My name is Matthew Benjamin, and I'm the founder and CEO of Capes. I started my career in fashion and textiles in 2010, working for the world's largest custom clothing company. But as I became more aware of how impactful fashion was in the environment, a seed was planted, which was how could I use fashion to help fight the climate crisis. I went on to start my own bespoke menswear company, with sustainability being a core part of it. But when only targeting the top 5% of men with luxury suits and shirts, the positive impact just wasn't anywhere near large enough. I noticed that the problems inherent in fast fashion could all be found in school uniforms, and were actually exacerbated by the fact that children grow so quickly. School uniforms are made from plastics such as virgin polyester and nylon, which are derived from oil. Most uniforms end up incinerated or in landfill, but they still remain today and will for hundreds of years to come. They release microplastics when worn and washed, and contain toxic chemicals that aren't good for children's skin. In addition to this, supply chains are so opaque that it's unclear where the material is from, where they're made, and if these workers are being treated and paid fairly. And all of this contributes to fashion being one of the most polluting industries in the world, responsible for 10% of global emissions, 80% of clothing ending up in landfill, and having a huge negative social impact. There are millions of children across the world that are currently being forced to wear uniforms that have a negative impact on the planet and the people on it. And if we don't address these issues, the planet that these children and future generations will inherit will be very different to the one that we currently live on. Rising sea levels could impact 1 billion people. Ice-free Arctic summers could be a reality. Heat waves will be more frequent and severe. Flood risk will increase. And plants and animals could lose more than half of their habitat. But there are ways to solve these problems, which is why I started Capes to use school uniforms as a tool for positive change. We do this by firstly reducing the impact as much as possible at the material level, by using sustainable materials such as organic cotton, recycled polyester, regenerated nylon, and coconut shell. We then have these uniforms made in factories that are certified by ethical bodies and can prove that they pay and treat their workers fairly. We use blockchain technology to allow anyone to scan the QR code found in each product and see that product's journey. Working with a third party, we have calculated the impact of producing each item, on average saving 25 litres of water, 2.5 kilometres of driving emissions, and 321 light bulbs powered for an hour for every item that we sell. And then we offset the remaining carbon footprint by purchasing carbon credits in the Wildlife Works REDD+ project in Kenya. We also provide workshops for students to educate them about fashion's impacts and eco trips to Africa so they can take part in real-life conservation efforts. We want forward-thinking and innovative schools globally that care about the planet to join us on this mission by partnering with Capes to make school uniforms sustainable and help to empower their students to be global citizens and more conscious consumers as they grow up. Last but not least, for every child that we sell a uniform to, we provide a free one to a child in need in a developing country, where they're not allowed to attend school without a uniform, so that together we can help to break down barriers to education.